Hello everyone, I'm Daniel, and today I'll be ranking each and every gun in Marathon. Patch 1.0.6 brought some big changes into the meta, with a lot more people opting to use weapons that were previously garbage, honestly. I'll mention it as we go through the motions, as well as looking at the patch notes and a neat Google Sheet that someone made on Reddit. I think the guy's name is Mech Shut Up. He made a pretty good job with putting this all together, although there's some inaccurate values here and there, but it's enough to make an educated guess as to what works and what doesn't, as well as my personal experience into the game. I'll make sure to leave a document with the tier list in the comments as well, which I'll constantly update over time so that you can come back and check it out when you're not sure what you should bring into your next raid and whatnot. Alright, so we can start off with the pistols, I believe. So we have the CE Tactical Sidearm. Now, the Tactical Sidearm is one of the worst guns in the game, unfortunately. Although, the numbers are not bad. 300 RPM, it's got good headshot damage with good multiplier. The range is actually the best one out of the pistols, and the TTK is not bad even to the head. But the recoil. Oh my god, the recoil, it's too high. Unfortunately, that makes it really hard to control, even with purple mods. Anyone that's played it for long enough vastly prefers the V11, the battery pistol, solely for how stable it is, even sacrificing some TTK, which doesn't matter. What really matters is your ability to control the weapon, being able to hit those juicy headshots, and you cannot do that this C. So that's definitely going into the D tier. Now, for the Magnum. The Magnum is actually a bit better than the Tactical Sidearm, although not by much. They are pretty different in what they do. One is almost half of, actually it's exactly half, the RPM with the Tactical Sidearm. It's got good headshot damage, uses heavy, good TTK to the head, shitty TTK to the body, which is to be expected for pistols. But it's still not good enough to contend with the punch. It still can kill blue shields on 3 shots or purples with 4, but it's still a lot to ask for a pistol with lower range and lower rate of fire. At least it's pretty fun, but it's still a good contender for the D tier. I think I'm going to put it in the C. And after that, we have the Punch. I don't know why I went out of order there, but the Punch is the only pistol that you should consider running, really. It's very stable and precise. It's incredibly easy to hit headshots with. It's got good rate of fire, 23 shots magazine, which you can increase, obviously. Although it's still a pistol, so you likely get the most use out of it using rooks. The TTK is serviceable, exactly like the other pistols. All the pistols are not that good, really, but the Punch is the only one that you should consider using if you really need to use a pistol. It's still not a great gun because it's a pistol, and in this game, pistols are kind of bad. B tier is perfectly fine. Next up, we have Submachine Guns, and we're going to start off with the Volt Thrower. It's a battery submachine gun, which is not that good. It's got long TTK, it overheats quickly in long fights, it's got low range, low projectile speed, and it's really hard to get headshots with this gun because of the homing shots. It's really cheap, so that's something going for it. It's definitely one of the worst guns in the game, and it belongs in the D tier. Then we have the Bully. By far, even after the nerfs, one of the best weapons in the game. It's still S tier. Got nerfed in the last patch and lost a lot of its accuracy and predictability. It doesn't feel noticeably different. The damage is untouched, the range is basically untouched. You almost always use it if you go outpost the cryo, and it pairs super well with long shots and waster shotguns. Nothing beats it as short range, especially that good recoil mods that you can apply to it. So yeah, it does belong in the S tier. Then we have the BRRT SMG. The high rate of fire is met with a strong recoil, which makes it really hard to use anywhere, honestly. It isn't super short range. You will also find yourself without ammo quicker with the BRRT, considering its 5-round burst. The TTK is serviceable on paper. Like, it's really good. It's probably the best TTK in the game, but we need to consider that the numbers here are a bit skewed for the RPM. They did buff it last patch by increasing the minimum damage and maximum fall off, but I didn't notice anything. It does still belong in the C tier for me. It's pretty hard to control. There's better options as far as submachine guns go, even in the light spot, which is the Copperhead. They buffed the Copperhead on this patch. They gave it some more magazine size, they gave it some base accuracy and effectiveness at longer ranges, they increased minimum damage and maximum damage follow-up range, and they slightly decreased the initial hero cone size. Which I did notice, I'm gonna be honest. The TTK, not great, but not bad either. The RPM is exactly right, I think. Really good control and stability to it. It's really easy to hit shots with it, even at the short range of 15. The only thing is the magazine size is a bit low, but they did increase it with this patch, so it's going to be easier to hit shots with it. It's still outclassed vastly by the Bully, but I think B tier is actually where it's at. Although it is a strong contender for the C tier, I think C tier is still okay. You still want to run the Bully most of the time. Okay, next up, we have shotguns, starting with the best gun in the game. I actually don't have an S plus tier in this one. There you go. We have Bully in the S, and then we have the Waster shotgun in S plus. Now, they did say that they are nerfing the Waster shotgun in the next patch. So you should use it now before it gets put in the ground. It's cheap, it's got great reload speed, so you can hit more than 2 shots if you want to, if you really need to, because 2 shots is basically kills anything, even a purple and yellow shield. It's accurate, which is weird for a shotgun, and it's got good range most of the time. It fills only 4 slots, so you can it makes it easier to loot other guns and keep this in your backpack. You can go in with a white Waster shotgun and still kill most people. Now, the next shotgun we're going to talk about, we have the Mistraya, and really the Circuit Breaker, they can go together. They're both quite S tier. They perform good. They're right. They're pretty good. If you don't have a Waster shotgun because, I don't know, you used all of them while you went to Cryo or Outpost, I don't know, and you still have a few Mistrayas and Circuit Breakers to use, you should use them. They're good. On paper, all shotguns perform similarly. They've got good TTK both to the head and the body. It seems like the Circuit Breaker can kill blue shields on a body with only 1 shot, but it's not really noticeable because you need to also charge the shot. All shotguns are able to 2-shot blues and purples, and 1-shot anything below it, and the Mistraya lacks the charge shot and has lower base range and rate of fire, but if you hit all the pellets with it, which you mostly would, they basically perform the same. You could argue the Mistraya is A and a Circuit Breaker is S, but you can use both of them at the same accuracy and power. And those are the shotguns, and now we move into the precision rifles. Starting with the best one out of the bunch, I think. Yeah, the volley rifle, S tier. It's got incredible TTK at most ranges. Now, I don't know if it says it here. You can definitely 6-shot anything with the 3-round burst. Yeah, the TTK is about on par with anything else, but it's quite wrong. Yeah, as you can see here, it's quite inaccurate. But you'll find yourself winning all gunfights with this one, at any range, really. It's got super good recoil, accuracy, shot speed, magazine size, everything about the gun screams perfection. It only struggles against Bullies and M77s for TTK, I think. But other than that, it's probably one of the best guns in the game. Now we move from 3-round bursts to single fire weapons with the R line, which I think probably belongs more to the B tier than the A tier. Quite underrated. It's got good recoil and stability, it's precise, it's got a good rate of fire, I think, as well, considering how good the recoil is. And paired with the Bully, which uses the same ammo, you can actually do some damage, and you're pretty balanced on all ranges. It's still fine. It sits on the B tier, but you could up it in A if you really like it. And then we have the Repeater. It's hardly the worst gun in the game, but it is vastly outperformed by all of the other precision rifles. But exactly like the Magnum, it performs a bit better when hitting headshots consistently. Its rate of fire is very low, 86, and the body damage is also quite low, which makes it hard to not hit headshots with. And it's also the precision rifle with the lowest range, I believe. Yeah, it belongs to the C tier. And next up, I think it's the Strider and the Twin Tap. We're going to talk about both. This one is tricky for me because the game right now doesn't have space for these guns to shine. Snipers are just a bit too good, especially in maps like Dire Marsh or Perimeter, where they really shine is like medium range. So you're okay with bringing them to Outpost if you're staying outside of Pinwheel, or in Dire Marsh if you really try hard to not get into long range fights against snipers. But what's good about these guns is that they actually have some good TTK, especially the twin tap. It suffers from game design as much as a strider though. So you're gonna have to find a way to perform with these weapons in a way that makes them better than snipers, but they're still very good guns. We have the last precision rifle, which is obviously the battery one, the Volt weapon, the V66 Lookout. Now, it's nowhere near the worst gun in the game. Volt guns in this game are really underpowered. Probably balancing for the ammo recharge and stuff, but it's currently strongly outperformed by anything else, like the Strider, the Twin Tap, even the Repeater to a certain extent, and even the Hardline did the same long-range DMR spot. And for anything on the shortest side, you would just stick with the volley gun. It's sub-pod damage. It's not too bad, but you wouldn't use it. Okay, assault rifles. We have the Impact HAR. This gun is super strong. It's good TTK. It's manageable, rate of fire. It's got good shot speed. But even with good mods, its recoil is just too much. It's really hard to control, and you'll find yourself missing shots a lot more than with other assault rifles. And even at short range, you will struggle hitting shots. I'm torn on this one. I do think it's not bad, but even with good mod, not being able to manage the recoil is just nah. The M77, which we touched on before, super good recoil and rate of fire, it's good accuracy, good magazine size, man. The magazine size on this one is very good. Its only downside is that it's unable to mount better scopes, but I guess it makes it unique at least. It outperforms every other rifle at all ranges, I think. Maybe not on the chart, but yeah, actually, it's not bad. It's only outperformed by the Impact, but we talked about that. It's got crazy good aim assist, and yeah, it does just perform better than any other rifle in the game, so S tier is where it belongs, I think. Now, a personal favourite of mine is the Overrun. Unfortunately, I have to put it down in B tier. I would love to give it more, but despite being an assault rifle, it performs better as a submachine gun. It's got strong TTK, even better than other assault rifles. High rate of fire, which means you'll pump out shots better than other guns. It's not very popular because it's got high recoil, even more than the HAR, which makes it hard to hit all the shots in a single burst. Using it with the gold mod and putting good purple mods on it, I've come around. I did think this gun would just belong in the D tier or even the C tier, but I think B tier is where it's at. Using it in Outpost is actually not bad, so you could give it a try if you want to. Next up, another Volt weapon, and we all know how that ends. D tier. Now, this Scar is actually just bad. It's got low RPM, it's got shitty headshot multiplier, it doesn't do any damage, it uses Volt ammo, it's annoying to use at all ranges, it's got homing shots, so it's harder to hit headshots with, it's got low shot speed, so the range doesn't matter. If you use it to kill blue or purple shields, good luck doing that. Nah, don't use it. Use anything else. Machine guns. We have the Conquest. Now, I like all machine guns to an extent. I think this one is probably the worst of the bunch. The issue with the Conquest, which is going to go into the C tier, is that it struggles at medium range and long range. It has to charge up, which is oftentimes too awkward because fights don't really last that long. It's a strong contender for the D tier, I believe. But it is saved by its decent TTK, I think. Although it's weird because, the rate of fire is not really easy to calculate. Yeah, C tier is where it's at. Demolition. Now, I used the Hardline, which we talked about before, and the Demolition for basically the same job. Medium range skirmishes, especially in Dire Marsh, where Hardline provides precise controlled picks. The Demolition is a monster. It's capable of wiping teams with one full mag. Strong range, okay stability. The shield is the cherry on top. Obviously, on each and every of the machine guns, the shield is what actually buffs them a bit. But anything below medium range is where this gun really struggles, so don't expect to do anything beyond medium range. I think B tier is a good place for this gun. Next one, Retaliator. We're going to put them on a little stairway here. I believe the Retaliator, even though it's got the same TTK as the other weapons, basically, it still performs better. The recoil is manageable. The gun is actually predictable to fire compared to the Conquest. It's simple, it's cheap, you can run it without losing much, and it's my go-to choice for budget runs. It's not all bad. There's just better guns out there for TTK. Next up, we're going to talk about the guns that were touched the most in this patch, which is why we're going to go and look at the patch notes. So now, all railguns will no longer auto-fire when you charge them up, which is insane to think that we couldn't do that before. That's just a must. If you want to win fights against snipers, you need to be able to peek at the right time. You can't just, load up the shot and hope that they come out at exactly the right time. Other than that, we have some changes both to the Zeus and the Ares. We have some more magazine size, a reduced base charge time from 2 seconds to 1.25, slightly increased aim assist cone. This makes them actually good guns. They're no longer just shit. But you would still use the snipers even after the nerfs, which is not great because, railguns are quite expensive. Both the Zeus and the Ares basically belong in the B tier unless we get some more changes for them. They feel better, but as you'll see on the next category, there's much better stuff that you should use. And now we come to the snipers, starting with the best one, the Longshot, which has dropped down a tier, I would say, from the S tier to the A tier. I think the Longshot is still the best sniper in the game. There's nothing better you should run if you want to win long-range engagements, if you also consider thermals, but thermals are fucking broken, man. And the same could be applied to the Outland, except the Outland actually drops another tier and goes into the B tier. It's the older brother to the Longshot, it's stronger but it's slower. Unfortunately, being unable to follow up with the second shot right after, even against the nerfs, it just kills her a bit. It can one-tap green shields, but it is worse at crowd control and longer fights in the Longshot. If you also consider that it's got a smaller magazine size and as well a reload speed, that it's not comparable to the Longshot. Now the sniper that I've used the least is the channel rifle, and I think it kind of fits on the B tier as well. It's very expensive, and fortunately uses irrelevant vault mods, so you're not using the sniper mods for this. If we look at the stats, the channel rifle actually performs unfavorably to the other snipers. It seems to require 3 shots to the head to kill anything beyond green shields, and it's not talking about body shots. Other snipers perform better, I think. And considering the new buffs to railguns, I would just probably use those instead of this. It's not bad, but it's just subpar. And now we have a gun that I've never used before, but everybody talks about. This gun is just the obvious broken payoff Bungie had to give people for completing Cryo. And no doubt this is the best gun in the game, but, only for Cryo, I think. Tight corners make the grenade launcher super strong and the laser. Tight corners make the grenade launcher super strong, and the laser is fine for short-range engagements, but it's usually paired with a bully or another short-range rifle for exactly those purposes. It's hardly used anywhere else. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use it on Outpost or even Diamond, which I think makes it the second best gun in the game, just because of how rampant the waste the shotgun is. Alright, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the video. I'm going to leave the document, as I said before, in the comments or the description, so that you can check it out every now and again. But other than that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.